Okay, my first experience as a worship minister. Okay, was I scared the first time I heard a mic? Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Sophia Naji. I am a worship minister by God's grace, upcoming by God's grace. So the first time I heard a mic, I was 9 years old. I was 9 years old. Yes, it was at a program thanks to RCCG then, my first church. We had a family weekend, and we were going to church for choir rehearsals, and then my teacher said, "You are the one taking the praise and worship on a Sunday service," and then we had massive crowd. So she said I am a bold person, so it wasn't really a very scary thing. However, I was new to music, so when we started the praise and worship, I just started singing. Luckily for me, my other sister, who had been in the choir for a long time, was standing directly opposite me. So I was standing at the podium, she was sitting somewhere close to me. So immediately I picked the first song, she will lip roll the next song, and then I'll pick the next song, just like that. And that first experience at age 9, it was awesome. It was awesome. It flowed. The worship just kept going on. The praises kept going on. Thanks to my other sister who was helping me. She was well equipped in music, so she was giving me the next song to sing. So it was not scary, but it was a little bit somehow. I'm looking for the English to use, but it was somehow because it was my first time, and I wasn't really sure what song should fit in next. So she was there to help me, and ever since God has actually been helping me to sing, especially in the church. So I started as a teenager, leading from children's church, led in children's church, and then from teenage, then I was still in RCCG. I want to say a big thank you to Redeem Christian Church of God. That was my starting point. Because of family weekend, children are always made to go out there and just do their thing, whatever talents that you had. If you were the type that could speak, you'd be given the podium to preach. If you could sing, so that was when it all started. So I was going for rehearsals, provincial rehearsals. I don't know if any of my RCCG members can relate. So go for provincial rehearsals, regional rehearsals, and then started singing. God started helping me. I started knowing what my place was in terms of music ministry. God started speaking to me personally. I started hearing God, what He wanted me to do, the space He wanted me to cover in terms of worship ministry. I started understanding that He had called me to be a Levite, to worship Him, to lead people to worship Him, and that's the whole essence of this YouTube channel. I am of the opinion that worship is not just raising a song. It's not just having a very nice voice. I don't even think I have a very nice voice. I just know that I'm called into the office of a worshiper. So God has actually helped me thus far. I believe worship is, giving God the reverence that He deserves. And one scripture that, helps me anytime I'm worshiping, one scripture that helps me is the story in the book of Luke, the woman that burst alabaster box at the feet of Jesus, and also used her tears. It was the same woman in another of the gospel. She used her tears to wipe the feet of Jesus in worship. She used her tears to wipe the feet of Jesus. So I see that as I don't know how to explain it, but I feel worship is one time where you can just be with God and use your tears to wipe His feet, whether your physical tears or your heart tears. Just telling God how good He has been to you. There are some things that just speaking them cannot really do justice to, but singing them, there's something about singing that the soul connects with. So when I get to sing, I get to really just worship God and tell Him how good He is to me. My journey thus far, subsequent videos I'll give you gist on my journey thus far, and of course the journey just started. In fact, the journey is yet to start. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get more tips. I'll be talking about some experiences that I've had as a worship minister, as a young worship minister, when I started going for ministrations, when God started opening platforms for me here and there. I'm going to give my experiences and all of that, and just a story thus far. And of course, the worships that will be coming on alongside the talk show. So please, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, click on the notification button and then subscribe so you can get notified when my next video pops up. Love you. So for every young person out there, younger than me, my age, you are talented, a talented worshiper, you don't have to be scared. You don't have to be scared. You have to just know what your calling is, what God is asking you to do, what sphere is asking you to occupy. Because one of the things that actually scared me from even starting up a YouTube channel was the fact that the YouTube space is flooded with a lot of worship ministers. You go there, a lot of gospel ministers that are actually blessing us right now that we are looking up to. So I asked myself, what space do I really have? How do I, but then God pushed me and I felt encouraged. I believe that the voice that God has given to me has to be heard in accordance to the sphere He wants the voice to go, however wide or near He wants the voice to go. So if you are watching me right now and you think you don't have all it takes to go out there to start up or to just use the talent that God has given you, I want you to know that there's nothing to be scared about. God has called you into an awesome ministry. Worship ministry is one of the best ministries you can ever find yourself. It's a beautiful ministry. So don't feel scared. Don't think you are not good enough. Don't think your voice is not fine enough. I personally don't think that I have a fine voice, but what I have is what God has given to me. Such as I have, give out to me. So please, whatever you know you can do, I'm speaking to every young gospel artist out there, young upcoming worshipers. You love music, you love worshiping, but you're too scared to hold the mic. You don't have to be scared. Just do it scared, right? Do it scared. God bless you.
Subscribe.